What's going on, Cowboys fans? It's your boy Foots here. Listen, I'm not going to waste too much time. I got a post-Senior Bowl mock, two-round edition. And I'm really excited the way that I kind of thought on this simulator and the way that I kind of wanted to attack this mock. Now, I'm just going to press Let's Draft. You guys see what's going on the screen. I'm going to press Let's Draft, and we're just going to draft. But the way that I'm going to attack this draft is going to be different. Now, early on, you guys see Green Bay offers a trade. No, I'm not interested in moving back that far because I don't want to draft, get away from talent. And now this Tampa Bay pick to try to get up to 19 is interesting if there's a guy that you like, but I'm going to decline both of those and we're going to draft. All right, here we go. We're starting the round. You guys can see that I'm sharing my screen now. During the Senior Bowl, a couple things came to mind. The game sucked. Like the game was awful. But then, not to mention, it really was a lackluster skill position group. Like the receivers were good, although, guys like Reed and Dell, and I've raved about those guys and I like those players, but let's be honest, they're third round players. They're later middle round draftable guys. Now some may sneak into the second round, but I don't think that they're headliners even in the receiver group. My takeaway, honestly, and I think what the narrative will be with is how deep and how good this offensive line class is. And so let's talk about it because if you got a class that's this good, does that change your philosophy a little bit, especially for what you want to be? You just got a new OC, and what you want to be as far as what the Cowboys want to be, what Brian Schottenheimer wants to be, the philosophy, and obviously Mike McCarthy, who's going to be calling the plays. Two more trades on the screen. Let's close this out. Two more trades on the screen. I'm not going to move back that far, so we're going to decline both of these. All right, here we go. So, just to kind of recap this first round and what's happened, Jalen Carter goes one. And listen, if the Bears can't trade out, I think this makes a lot of sense. I would not rule out Will Levis going number 2 to Houston. Although that's been a spot where I have pegged Bryce Young. I think that Bryce Young is the best quarterback in this draft. The size is going to scare people. He's a true 5'10". I don't even think he's going to be 200 pounds, so that is going to scare people. But the quarterback play is spectacular. Let's move down. Round 1, pick 10, you see Bijan Robinson is off the board, and that's something that very well could happen. I mean, we don't know how these guys are going to be rated. We don't know how Philly, I like Miles Sanders, but I think that Bijan Robinson is probably an upgrade over both Miles Sanders and the other running back 14. Jackson Smith and Jigba, somebody who the Cowboys could possibly target off the board of Tennessee. We got to be honest, Traylon Burks, and I said this all last year during the draft cycle, he wasn't somebody to me that was special. Yeah. Burks wasn't somebody to me that was special. I think that he was good after the catch, but the hands weren't great. The route running wasn't great. And you saw in Tennessee, he didn't really have that great of an impact. He didn't really have an impact at all. So I could see the Titans going there. Paris Johnson off the board of Green Bay. That's such a Green Bay pick. Just stand in and pick a good offensive lineman. And here we go. So with the 25th pick, the Giants stole somebody who I was very high on in Jahmyr Gibbs. That's okay. Let's go back up to the top and let's see what we got here. So we got Quentin Johnston, TCU receiver, who very well could fall. Jordan Addison, USC receiver. And the way that this fell, guys, and I'm just going to be honest with you, it looks like you may be able to really upgrade your offensive line and get the best interior offensive lineman you want right now, and then get a solid skill in the second round. Is that something that we want to do? Running backs. A-Chain is really good, not a first-round player for me. Receivers. Quentin Johnston is really good. I don't know if I want a long, striding receiver and to be throwing that I don't want to pair him with CeeDee Lamb. Good player. I don't want to pair him with CeeDee Lamb. Now, Jordan Addison is really good. I want to get to a little bit more film on Addison. But Foots, why would you trade away from this pick? Well, I'm looking at Torrance. I'm looking at Steve Avila. These guys flat out destroyed the Senior Bowl to me. And then I'm looking at center, and I'm looking at John Michael Smith, and I'm thinking that between him and Tippmann, I can move them to guard. This is going to surprise people, but I'm going Osiris Torrance. Foots, you're not going to draft a receiver? Nope, I'm not going to draft a skill player. Here's why. I want to fortify this Cowboys offensive line. I want to make it outstanding. I want to make it no issues whatsoever. And I think with a guy like Torrance, you don't know what's going to happen with Tyron Smith, but I do know this. Dak Prescott is not going to have pressure in his face. We're going to have this line locked in like it was in 2016. And I think that helps him along with being able to run the ball more than anything else. All right, 2 more trades on the table. We're going to decline both of these, okay, because I want to stand in and pick. All right, so let's start the second round, and another trade may come. Let's see what's going on with the simulator. Jahmyr Gibbs was already off the board. And see, right now we're looking good because guess what? We still have some really good receiver talent available. We really, really do. Okay, Dallas is up. Dallas is on the clock. Oh, no, we're not. The simulator's still running. I like this. This is FanSpeak. There's a few other ones, PFF, and they haven't obviously upgraded because of the Senior Bowl. They haven't. The Senior Bowl game actually happened over this weekend, so they haven't upgraded all their ratings. But I know what's going on. I know who's going to show improvement, who showed improve during actual reps. So the Underwear Olympics, which is the combine, I'm gonna put stock into that, but that's gonna be for my skill guys. When it comes to these linemen, like I know what I know, and I know what I want to see, and I saw some really good things from these linemen, and that's why I wanted to go with Torrance. So moving right along to the second round. All right, let's look at it. So, skill position wise, A-Chain is still staring at us. Now, if you guys haven't watched Devin A-Chain, he is spectacular. But I'm going to break some news for you guys. I tweeted this earlier, and I've been on the Bijan Robinson bandwagon for a long time. Like, I love the player. I loved him in the middle of the season. I know a lot of Texas fans have been tweeting at me, Foots, you got it right, you love him. But I'm going to tell y'all something. Jahmyr Gibbs may be better. His juice, his ability to catch the ball, his ability to change. Like he just runs so patient, but then he knows how to turn it up. Like he has just a different gear. And if he's available in the first or second round, Dallas has to make that. They have to make that tough decision because here's the deal. I like Ezekiel Elliott, but I think it's time to move on. Tony Pollard and Gibbs could be a special tandem. Yes, they do some of the same things. I don't care. They both have enough juice to put defenses in stress, so it's something you need to think about. Let's go to the receiver room and let's look at it. Cedric Tillman. We could really have a conversation here about Cedric Tillman, okay? Somebody who was Tennessee's possession receiver, catches everything, big body, and Jalen Hyatt was there. Let's take the roof off the defense guy. But I'm not gonna go Tillman here, okay? I'm looking at Nathaniel Tank Bell. And it's going to be a question between him and let's look at the the linebacker room, and Noah Sewell or Jack Campbell. I don't like the tight end class here. I like Dalton Kincaid, but I'm not drafting him in the second round. Quarterbacks, they all stunk this weekend, and that was part of the issue with some of these receivers. It was a lot of bad balls. Now, Jalen Duncan, obviously you don't need a tackle, but you could really have a conversation here. And then corner. Darius Rush, anyone? It's a little too early for Rush right now. So, Tank Dell, Jack Campbell. To me, I know we want weapons. To me, I know that we want to, we got to help Dak out. We got to do this and that and the third. But if it's me, I love Tank Dell. I love this receiving core. But when I got a player like Jack Campbell, who all he does is make every tackle, all he does is going to day one fortify your defense and allow Micah to be that true end that he wants to be playing and play out. And I don't care because we need some explosive players. And I'm going Tank Dell. Listen, I'm going Nathaniel Dell. I've screamed about him. I've jumped off the roof about him. Listen, the second round may be a little early. but you're going to be able to run the ball, okay? And you're going to be able to score points. And you put him in the slot. You have fun with him. You now have CeeDee Lamb. You have Tank Dell. You have these receivers. You still have a running game in Tony Pollard. You may either allow Malik Davis to grow. And if Zeke wants to take a pay cut, you let him take a pay cut. You let him be a short down back. But it's Tony Pollard's team. We know Tony's going to bounce back and be the same player that he was. I just have that type of faith in him. But now you have a true receiver who can at least separate and at least help CeeDee Lamb out at times. So, Osiris Torrance, Nathaniel Tank Bell, I know he wasn't rated as high as some of the other receivers right now. But as these guys go back to the tape, as they saw what he did all week, you can see that this guy is special. He couldn't be guarded. He separated well, and I just think that he is a receiver that will help Dak Prescott out a lot. All right, it's your boy Foots, 2-round mock. There's going to be a bunch of these, so don't get married to this one. This was just me thinking outside the box. Went guard because I want to be able to run the ball, and I don't think that the drop-off between Tank and some of these receivers is that big. And the 40 is going to be real big for Tank Dell, but I bought into the hype, and it's not even a hype because I really watched the film, and he really is special. All right, it's your boy Foots. Peace.